Hey guys, welcome back to my channel, welcome back to Cooking with Albi. So as you read the title, today we're going to make, a real good dish, really classic, from our mama, some mashed potatoes and gravy. So what we're going to start with today, we're going to start obviously with the mashed potatoes. So let's check out the ingredients that we're going to need for that. So as you can see, that's really simple. We just need some potatoes, some butter, some milk and some salt. So who knew that it was that easy to make some mashed potatoes, honestly? So let's do it now and let's peel those potatoes. Alright, so now that my potatoes are peeled, I'm going to cut them in big cubes, as you can see. Okay, so I'm just splitting them in two first, then cutting them in four. Okay? Alright, so now I'm taking my potatoes and I'm gonna cover them with water, put it on the stove. So I'm putting on that high heat first until it boiled, and once it boiled I'm gonna reduce it. This is going to take about 5 minutes to boil, and then we're going to cook the potatoes for about 15 minutes, but then to make sure that they're soft, because you want them soft to make your mashed potatoes, we're going to check with a knife, to make sure they're all the way cooked. And because this is really important, guys, for the mashed potatoes. Like, the potatoes have to be all the way cooked, but at the same time you cannot overcook them, because if you overcook them, basically they're gonna soak all this water and your mashed potato is going to be watery, and watery doesn't mean flavor, so you prefer to add some more milk to your mashed potatoes versus some water. Okay, so it's been 15 to 20 minutes that they're cooking, so I'm just checking with my knife, making sure I'm going all the way through my potato with it, so it's fine, so they're cooked. So now I'm going to strain them. I just strained those potatoes, so what I'm going to do right now, I'm going to pass them through a chinois, so that's a tamis, really, really thin, so that way I don't have no chunks, in my mashed potatoes. Is really, really, really smooth. So, you use a spoon, and as you can see, it comes out, it's really, really thin. So also, I'm going to add a little bit of butter here, so it's already going to melt a little with my potatoes. Now you see I passed all my potatoes through my chinois, so I have a little bit of butter, so I'm just gonna mix up a little bit, but I don't know if you guys can see, but this is already really thin. So now I'm gonna show you the process to make really, really good mashed potatoes. But for this we gotta go to the stove. So I'm gonna take these potatoes here, my butter, my milk, and I'm gonna finish my mashed potatoes. Before we start our mashed potatoes, let's start with our gravy. So what I'm using today is a chicken broth base that I use to cook my turkey. I added some carrots, leeks and onions, and as you can see, I cooked my turkey inside of it. So now what I'm doing, I'm straining all those vegetables to get only the juice out of it. I'm straining it and just pressing a little bit, and that's it. As you can see, I have some fat on the top of my broth, so what I'm going to do, I'm going to get rid of it with a spoon. So what I have to do is to get on the surface of my broth and just get rid of this fat until I don't have no more. Once all that fat is removed, I can use that broth for my gravy. Also, what I'm doing today, because I'm cooking turkey, I'm gonna use all those turkey drippings in the bottom of my plate to add some flavor to my gravy. So first I'm just going to remove all this fat, and now I'm going to pour some water, and with a spatula I'm just gonna get all those drippings getting out of my plate to get inside my juice. So all you see here is flavor, and I'm going to use this to complete my gravy, so my gravy will be even tastier. Then what I'm going to do, I'm going to strain this juice and just add it to the broth that I had before to make my gravy. Alright guys, so to finish our gravy, what we're going to do, we're going to use some butter. So we're going to melt this butter in a pan, and once my butter is melted, I'm gonna add some flour. So basically I'm doing this to make it thicker, my juice from my turkey, okay, because that's what I'm going to use today to make my gravy. Alright, so I'm going to cook this for about 5 minutes, and then I will add my chicken stock. So I'm going to add my juice. I'm going to go little by little. So first I'm adding just a little bit, so as you can see, you know, you make directly some kind of paste. Now when you see that's getting really liquidy, you can add a little more. So now what we're going to do, we're going to keep cooking this gravy for about 10 minutes so the flour can cook. It's going to get a little thicker as well, and it will be ready for our mashed potatoes. Alright guys, so it's time to finish our mashed potato. So what we're going to do, we're going to heat up some milk. So when you do mashed potato, it's better to have like a pan or a pot that's like kind of wide, because we're going to whip it. So if it's too narrow, if it's too small, you know, you're not going to be able to do exactly what we want to do. The milk is hot, so I'm putting it in medium heat on my pan. So now I'm going to add my potato. Alright, so now I'm going to add some salt. Okay. Now I'm going to add my butter, so the butter has to be cold. Okay. And it has to be kind of whipped. Now the potato. Then we're gonna have a texture that we're not gonna have if we don't whip the mashed potato. Alright guys, so now my mashed potato is ready. So as you can see, I have a really smooth texture, you know, that's what I wanted today for my mashed potatoes. So you guys, you know, can add a little bit more or less milk, you know, it's up to you. You know, if you want it more liquid or not. But one thing that I can tell you is that the butter make, you know, all the mashed potatoes. So I surely put a lot of butter, but trust me, that's what makes your mashed potatoes really good. You see? Can you guys see that smooth texture? This is with the butter, you know, and the whipping. Yeah, you can get something like that. So here's our mashed potato. Alright guys, so here we have our mashed potatoes and gravy. So I'm going to do, you know, I'm going to put some gravy on the side, just like that. Okay. Then I'm going to put a nice parsley here. And because everybody like the gravy, I mean, I'm going to put some on my mashed potato. Alright guys, so I hope that you enjoy this recipe. You know, mashed potato and gravy goes very well with some turkey, you know, for Thanksgiving or for Christmas. So make it at home if you feel like it, and see you soon on my channel guys. Keep cooking, bye.